They abandoned the elderly, then karma hit back. They killed the old for progress. But one man changed everything. They regretted everything. They said old people were a burden. So they passed a law, kill anyone over 50. But one man disobeyed. He hid his father in a cellar. Years later, when famine swept the land and the nation stood on the edge of collapse, only one man knew what to do. The same man who saved his father. If you've ever seen someone throw away those who once cared for them, or wished for justice for the forgotten, hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready for a story that proves what we discard today may be exactly what saves us tomorrow. Scene 1. A country that forgot its soul. In a forgotten corner of the world, long before our modern civilization, there was a kingdom ruled not just by law, but by arrogance. Its people had grown proud, efficient, cold. They believed that strength and speed were all that mattered. And the old, they were slow, fragile, weak. So one day, a decree was passed. All people over the age of 50 were to be executed. They called it cleansing for progress. No protests, no mourning, just silent compliance. Generations of wisdom, gone in a week. Scene 2. The son who refused. But in the heart of this darkness lived a young man named Elon. Elon was like everyone else, young, strong, and ambitious. But there was one difference. He loved his father deeply. The day the soldiers came for the elders, Elon didn't say a word. He nodded, bowed, and when night fell, he snuck his father into the cellar beneath their modest home. He patted the floor to muffle sound, rationed food to keep his father healthy, and every evening, after the world went quiet, he'd go down and sit beside the man who had raised him. Scene 3. Hidden wisdom in darkness. Years passed. Elon grew. His father aged. The kingdom thrived, or so it seemed. But arrogance has a way of catching up with nations, just like it does with people. The rains stopped. First a season, then 2. The rivers dried. The cattle died. And then, the grains ran out. When it was time to sow, there was nothing to sow. No wheat. No oats. Not even a single bean. The kingdom panicked. People begged the king for answers. But he, too, had executed the old sages years ago. Now, there were only the young and the terrified. Scene 4. A whisper from the cellar. Elon sat with his head in his hands, unable to sleep. He hadn't eaten in 2 days. And his father noticed. "Son," came the quiet voice from the cellar stairs, "what troubles you?" Elon broke down. He explained the famine, the empty fields, the king's despair. His father was silent for a moment. Then he whispered, "Take your plow to the lane in front of our house. Turn the earth gently, then wait." Elon didn't understand, but he did as told. He plowed the lane, a path people had walked for generations, and raked it smooth. The very next morning, sprouts, wheat, barley, oats, beans, from nowhere. Scene 5. The kingdom's astonishment. News spread like wildfire. Crowds gathered outside Elon's home. "He has the god's favor," they whispered. "How did you sow without seeds?" asked the village chief. Elon hesitated. He knew the penalty. But he also knew the truth mattered now more than ever. So he spoke. "I didn't know what to do. But my father did." Gasps. The old man lives. Scene 6. The king's awakening. Elon and his father were summoned to the royal court. The king sat high on his throne, eyes narrow. He had issued the decree. He had killed his own advisers. Now, he looked into the eyes of the man who had broken that law. "Speak," the king ordered. The old man stepped forward. "When you harvest, not all the seeds make it home. Some fall in the lanes. I knew if my son turned the earth there, the ground would answer." The court fell silent. Tears welled in the king's eyes. For the first time in years, he felt shame. "We thought you a burden. But you saved us all." Scene 7. A nation reborn. From that day forward, the kingdom changed. The king revoked the cruel law. He established a council of elders. Old age homes were replaced with multi-generational households. The old were not hidden, but honored. Children were taught not just to read, but to listen, to the stories of those who had come before. And Elon's father? He lived out his days in peace, his wisdom a national treasure. Climactic revenge payoff. This wasn't revenge in the traditional sense. There was no sword, no battle. But the payoff. Oh, it was perfect. Because those who thought the old were worthless ended up begging to be saved by one. And the man they wanted dead? He became the reason they lived. There's a deeper justice in that. A reminder to every viewer. The people you disregard today might just be the ones who hold your tomorrow. We're all racing forward in life. But once in a while, it's worth turning back to the voices that raised us, taught us, and guided us. Because no app, no AI, no shortcut can replace the experience of a life well lived. Care for your elders. One day, someone may have to care for you. If this story moved you, even just a little, hit that like button. Drop a comment, "I honor my elders," if you believe in giving back to those who raised us. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that touch the heart, challenge the mind, and remind us what really matters.